Breaking tonight, a shocking move from Baldwin County Sheriff. He says he's not going to do it when it comes to businesses and houses of worship. Now, he says he came to that decision after consulting with other area law enforcement officers.
Our Baldwin County reporter Hal Sherrick talking with Sheriff Hoss Mack today about his decision.
Sheriff Hoss Mack sent a letter to Governor Ivey yesterday, both electronically and by mail. He's not heard back from her office yet. He shared his message to Baldwin County citizens on the department's Facebook page this morning. Mack says he's not defying the governor's order by not enforcing it.
I think there has been some talk about defiance, and that is just doing what you want to do. What we decided to do is we wanted to raise this issue to the next level. That's why I wrote the letter to the governor first. Urging her to go ahead and open the businesses and open the houses of worship with restrictions. We're still going to enforce as far as letting the people know that the governor's order is still in effect.
Sheriff Mack says Baldwin County has had some of the least numbers of residents infected with COVID-19 in the state, and after much consideration, wrote the letter to Governor Ivey. Mack didn't provide a copy of the letter, but said he told her the time was right to open the state back up for business.
The public is keenly aware that we have a pandemic. They're also very keenly aware of the recommendations, personal protection equipment, wearing masks, and things of that nature. So we've become educated through the process, and I applaud the governor for what she has done in that regard.
Mack says folks here have been responsible and careful to follow the governor's orders, and because of that, the county is ready to open up. Regardless of how the governor responds, Mack says he'll not enforce the closure moving forward, but wants no misunderstanding.
Open house parties, big parties, no, that's not allowed. We're talking about businesses and we're talking about houses of worship. Everybody still needs to be smart in this process and use their common sense, but we believe that those entities such as businesses and houses of worship should be given the freedom to move forward.
Now, Max says that violating health department directive would not warrant them actually taking someone into custody. But it's important to remember that if you do defy a health department order, that agency or another regulatory agency could take their own actions against you. So definitely want to keep that in mind. Reporting live from Bay Minette, Hal Sherrick, Fox 10 News.
Okay, Hal, thank you. Meanwhile, Governor Ivey's press secretary releasing this response to the sheriff's decision, quote, most people in Alabama are abiding by the public health order without the need for use of law enforcement. They have been patient, smart, and willing to practice social distancing. Governor Ivey points to Alabamians for being the reason for our progress and is grateful for that. She will continue taking a measured and responsible approach to reopening our state's economy and will take everyone to make this a reality.
And now, while Baldwin County Sheriff is essentially clearing the way for more places to reopen in defiance to the governor's order, not every place is affected by this, and that includes restaurants. Tyler Finger is joining us live from Stockton tonight. And Tyler, Stagecoach Cafe can still only serve takeout, correct?
Yeah, that's right, Lynn Neese. The owner of the Stagecoach Cafe tells me just because the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office will not be telling them that they have to close their doors if they do dine-in service, they say the health department could still fine them. And right now for this local business here, the Stagecoach Cafe, that means they cannot have customers inside because they don't want that risk of being fined. The Stagecoach Cafe has been here in Stockton for 25 years. This coronavirus pandemic has been hitting the restaurant extremely hard since customers can only be served in a to-go only model. The owner tells me she doesn't want to wait till the 15th to reopen because Mother's Day weekend is one of her busiest times of the year. She says that they have taken every precaution inside, including social distancing tables, putting up plastic barriers at the cash register, and requiring the wait staff to serve the buffet to customers. Tonight, she's hoping she can reopen soon.
And I think most people feel like they're ready. I felt like I was ready last Tuesday before the press conference and had already moved tables and chairs around and thought I'd be opening up for just a little while on Thursday night, much less this week. And so I'm hoping that Governor Ivey sees Hoss Mack's post and reads his letter.
The owner has put up a sign out front that reads, "Kay, let my people go or else send me the $500. That $500 figure mentioned in that sign is in reference to the fine that she could face if she allows customers to dine inside her restaurant. Reporting live in Stockton tonight, Tyler Finger, Fox 10 News.
Tyler, thank you. Meanwhile, another sheriff already going head-to-head with a governor as far as her order is concerned. Sheriff Mark Moon said he would no longer follow state guidelines when it came to restrictions on churches and businesses. Sheriff Moon said his department won't be enforcing state guidelines, keeping those businesses and churches closed. Sheriff Moon also said he couldn't bring himself to, quote, punish somebody for trying to do what's best for themselves, their families, and their congregations, unquote.